Here's a dangerous ball, and Schmidt has to come out for it, still loose. And finally cleared out of there.
Let's start out and talk about life after your injury. It had to be very tough. First of all, talk about how the injury occurred last year and when it occurred.
It was the very last day of preseason, very last play. Forrest McCurran, one of my teammates, we were playing in a little scrimmage, very last day. And it was a through ball, I think played by James Bledsoe, I was told. And I came out toward the corner, and Forrest was coming in the same direction. And somehow, I don't know exactly how it happened, but his knee went directly into my shin and just broke my leg. But yeah, it was kind of a bad way to end preseason.
Well, I have heard that you were neck and neck with Kyle Hyman for the starting keeper's job. And how did that play with your head at that point?
I didn't really, I knew we were really close at the time. I really didn't think about that when I broke my leg, obviously, because I was in a lot of pain. But yeah, it just wasn't fun going through that after working that hard over the summer and then that happening.
You end up watching all year, and is there a benefit to that? What is the silver lining in having to sit out a year?
Well, the benefit actually made me work a lot harder this last summer to get me back to where I was and try to get better than where I was at the point when I was going neck and neck with Kyle Hyman. But it made me work a lot harder, actually. So,
what were some of the things you did over the summer?
I was just training every single day, training a couple times a day, making sure I was eating healthy every day as well, and just doing everything I could to get back to where I was.
This year, the two matches at home been very memorable matches. Go on the road, a little tougher on the road.
Yeah.
But can you kind of give us just your synopsis of the season to this point?
I think we're playing really well. We really are. I mean, we won the first two games at home. Then we had a tough stretch on the road where we played number 11 ranked S&T. And then we played number 1 Northern Kentucky and a really good Bellarmine. I mean, we're all... Honestly, I think we're really close to them. I mean, the scores didn't really show how we really played against them, but they were pretty close games, and yeah. Well,
that's kind of the way the scoreboard has looked. Now tell me what it's like on the field, the difference between the Heart of America Conference and the Great Lakes Valley.
It may be a little bit better, but overall, I think the NAIA and Division II are pretty similar. Maybe the top teams in Division II are better than some NAI, but overall I think it's pretty similar.
What about for you though in a match? There's such extended times where the ball's at the other end or whatever. How do you stay in the match?
You just have to keep mentally prepared. I mean, you have to keep warm first of all, just get a little bit of jogging in between, but you just have to make sure you're mentally there the whole time, because like you said, if the ball's on the other end the whole time, you can kind of get out of it. You need to make sure you stay in the game the entire time, or just one quick play can be the game.
One of the things that fascinates me when I watch keepers work is their communication with their defenders. Can you kind of fill us in on how that works and what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's another thing. You have to be mentally prepared the whole time. You have to be talking to all your defenders, making sure you're telling them who's running and make sure everybody's marked the entire time. And as a keeper, you see the whole field the whole time, so you need to be in the game and talking the whole entire time.
How about on set pieces? Do you get a chance to put people where you want them, or is that something you do defensively beforehand?
Yeah, during free kicks against us, usually set up the wall and stuff. Then, I mean, I wish our defenders would listen a little bit more on those, because they don't do as fast as I'd like them to. But, I mean, yeah, you have to get it set up quick and make sure you're in the game.
What's your favorite part about being a keeper?
Favorite part, I'd say getting to dive around and jump around, showing your athleticism. It's my favorite part.
Were you always a keeper? Have you played some of the field too?
I played field up until I was 9 years old, I think, and then started keeper when I was 10. So, I mean, I still really would like to play, up top or whenever. I mean, I miss the field playing days, but keeper's all right.
You're from Columbia, went to Hickman High School, and tell us a little bit about home and your family.
My family's really supportive. My mom and dad come to every game that they can. And my dad has been my coach since I was like 5 years old, and he was my coach growing up. So they've always been real supportive. So.
Okay. When you're done with school at Jewel, what are you going to do?
I am going to be hopefully a 4th or 5th grade teacher. I'm elementary ed major right now, so either upper elementary or teach secondary math is my goal, and then coach soccer as well, hopefully.
When are you scheduled to do your student teaching?
I am student teaching this next semester, so this is my last semester of classes, and kind of ready to be done with those here.
What have you found finally to be the best part about being at Jewel?
Best part is just all the friendships that you make throughout the soccer team or in the fraternity or just classes overall. But like, you get some real good friends throughout soccer and fraternity and stuff.